asked how you got started, get back with the person that invited you. They should have sent you an email, and in that email, just go to the very bottom. There's a PS, and that will be their website. You can get started. Once you get started, come back here and let us know you get started. And real quick, I want to have Tim come on and share as well. Are you with us, Tim?
Yes. Hey guys, how are you? Hey, I'll tell you what, I feel like it's my very first day again. I really do because, man, there's a lot of hope. You know what I mean? And you're the biggest hope dealer I know. And we just try to make sure that man, I just get fired up. Guys, if you don't know my name is Tim Hess, and I live in California. My story is nothing, not even close to anyone's here. Like what I'm about to tell you is, should give you hope in itself. But, I'm a dad of 5 beautiful kids, been married over 30 years to a great lady. I always call her, she's my queen. She's my inspiration because of what she's done for our life is incredible. I'm immensely blessed. But I worked at a corporate company that had 300 stores and we took it to 1,000 retail stores. Now, I don't know if you work retail, but retail is a business. It's a nasty business because you work nights, weekends. You work when all the holidays, it's 4th of July, everybody's at the beach watching the fireworks on the farms and all that stuff. You're just never around. And I did that for really 25 years. And one day they came in my office and they said my role had been eliminated. Now, I will tell you, I helped and created and personally built this company with my team. So when they came in, you want to see a face that went from a very nice, beautiful cocoa butter brown skin to like white as a ghost and angry and betrayed and all those ugly, nasty feelings of saying, look, I've been here for all this and you have no place for me. Come to find out 3 years later, I'm blessed. And I can tell you, it's been the biggest blessing that I've ever had next to my marriage, my faith, and my children. But I will share something with you. I did everything I needed to do, showed up for everything. I was never really home. And I had a woman that made me look like a hero in front of my kids because I just was never there. I poured into myself. I educated myself to do everything I could to be the best version of myself for that corporate job because I felt like, go to school, get good grades. I know if you ever heard this before, go to school, get good grades, sit down, shut up and listen. You won't get hurt, get a career, get a family, and then work that corporate and retire. I did all that. I did every step of that piece. I just wasn't prepared to lose my job at the age of 55. But I don't know about you. I don't know if anybody's hiring a 55-year-old person. Hey, let me go out and get the next 55-year-old person out there. But I'll share something with you. I was recruited to a bunch of companies. I lived in California. I flew to 4 different states. They took me and every time I got on that damn plane to come back home, even though I did the whole process to get hired to these companies and they do a thorough background and you go through a process that takes about 2-3 months. Every time I would leave, I was very grateful and blessed to have that offers and just be in those interviews. But then it came to the point where I get on the plane and fly back home and I go, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't get the energy. I just don't have the energy. And I've been home for 6 to 9 months with my family and I got to know my kids again. Like, guys, fight to know your kids. I'm telling you, if there's any advice, this business is great. Don't get me wrong. There's opportunities like you cannot believe. Look, there's 2 things that you must understand. The only way you're going to get to wealth is through self-education, number 1, and self-development. I am so proud of this community because they take those 2 principles and they instill it and they give you a solid foundation. I guarantee you, Daryl's not the same person that signed up when he came into this business. Not even close. I guarantee you, Veronica. I call her Boom Boom. You all know who I'm talking about. Oh my God, it's so bad. Amy, Michelle even. Night and day of the individuals that we came here. See, I want you to look at something real quick. Step by, past the money for a second, okay? But I want you to prepare yourself for something. You're going to get an education like you've never had before if you plug in and take the chance. I don't think it's taking a chance. It's just plugging in. You already work your asses off. You know how to work. You know how to bring it to the table. You've done it for so long. However, you just haven't been in the right vehicle. That's all it is. You're just not in the right vehicle. And that's okay, okay? Now I'm going to share another thing. Why education and self-development is so important for you. You are who you hang out with. Well, guess what? I hang out with Wendy from Canada. I make comments on her and I wallow Daryl. She's camping up there. God, are you home yet? I don't know. She might be still camping doing a fire for all I know. Daryl, another one that just, we feed. Amy. I mean, if you're not inspired would have an opportunity, a chance. Now I'm going to tell you, I love what everybody said. Look, all I know is you're not going to show up 12 months from now being the same person. So it's going to give you a chance. And the one thing I loved in corporate, I will share with you, there is one thing, is the one thing I try to do for my people that I work with me is always try to help them to get better every day. But here's what you're doing here is different. This impacts me and my family. Like I'm a dad of 5 beautiful kids. I have 3 grandkids. My life is very, very blessed. But to come here and to wake up every day in the environment that I can help and guide other people to be successful. See, Amy, Michelle, Daryl, Wendy, we all do that one thing. And there's many more that do a lot more than just that. But we come here and our whole goal is to take you take you along the way, join our group, but you got to do the work. You got to do the 2 hours. See, I'll tell you what, you have a platform in front of you of a bunch of people, unlike I've ever seen. And by the way, I've never done an online business before. Never have I ever done one. I paid somebody to do an MLM, and I did it because I said he was so exuberant to try to get me involved. I didn't have time to do it. I just paid him the $500 and say, thank you for coming in and offering to me. There's just no time. See, I had no time. But see, I love to hold my wife's hand and go on dates with my wife that I haven't done for years. I'm redating my wife again. I got to re-know my kids again. I had a point where looking back, I know I was doing everything I needed to do as a parent. We all know that, right? But I'm telling you, I know my kids. My kids want to know what I'm doing. My son walked out the door the other day, smacked me on the backside, goes, go get him, Tiger, and walks out the front door. And I'm like, what just happened? Like what just happened? If I was not here doing this business and he watches me. They say stuff back to me, Dad, that was really good. Dad, you know, and they're texting you back and forth. I mean, I've never experienced that before. Where you at? What are you doing? Like, what do you mean, where am I at? What am I doing? Like, there's little things that we don't think, but I can tell you this right now. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be today. I'm exactly in this environment that this has created, and it has an effect on everybody else in their family. See, you have jobs right now that you're stressed at. And I can tell you, my job, I didn't realize how stressful it was for me. And I have no idea how bad it affected my family and the environment that it created. See, Michelle has done one thing very, very well. She has prepared herself every day to show up, to give us an opportunity and lead by example. So we can have the opportunity, a chance here. You remember I said it, a chance. If you plug in, you have a chance. But I will tell you, there's too many people having success, making $900 a week, $900 a day, $100 to $1,000 on average every day. But there's all over the things. And there's a reason why this is successful. There are 42,000 members in this community. There's a reason for that. See, here's your platform. What you do with it is your choice. I can just share with you, sitting here, and I am more fired up today than the day that I first started. And here's a little tidbit for you. I didn't make any money for the first 3.5 months. Here's what's really cool about that. In 19 months, as October 8th, I'm over $320,000. But you know what's even better than that? Is when you get a text message from someone that says, I had my first sale. It's John from Alabama that had made $1,200 and asked me 62 days prior, hey, I'm just taking care of my dad. Does this thing work? And I said, John, I don't know. Do you work? Can you plug in? Can you follow the system? John's very first 63 days later, John received 2 payments. He received $1,800. See, John takes care of his 88-year-old dad, makes sure he takes care of all the bills. But John was struggling. See, it's those moments. It's Winona Jacobou that hadn't gone through a grocery store in months. She went to a food pantry for months, and she just went to a grocery store for the first time in months. See, we can say all the numbers we want, but it's those stories why we show up. It's why Michelle started a core value thing here and says that's what we're doing it for. Mm-hmm. That's the environment that you're going to be in. And the reason there's going to be millionaires in this place is because we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to plug in and do the same thing. You have that opportunity. I really want you to take an opportunity. Don't let 2024 be 2025. Start today, not tomorrow. Don't sit there and go, I got to go home and think about it. I got to go home and talk to the wife. I'm just going to tell you this. Starts today. Change and build bricks, because the education you're going to get here, the opportunity, just keep getting educated. And that's what you're going to get here. And then put a brick on brick, build a brick on top of another brick. And that's what you're going to build up in these 90 days. Because here's what's going to happen, what you don't realize. Come January 2025, when everybody's saying, hey, I'm going to make my goals now, you've already built that momentum up. Mm-hmm. You don't realize what kind of momentum you will start building up, and the habits and the behaviors that you need to have to be successful. You've already done the work. You laid the foundation. I'm telling you, there's something special. Do not miss this. Do not miss this. Okay. So get in here. We have the best environment that we possibly have for you. And I'm telling you, Daryl couldn't have said it any better. It's kind of like just do the process. Don't overthink this. Just follow the process. This 58-year-old dude can do an online business, has never done one before, and not make any money for 3.5 months. And then 19 months later, I'm just telling you, anything's possible. It's just a choice. But we're here for you. So I hope to see you guys in here, okay?